Mbak kan malah sakit anu deh. Dedir.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have Arsenal against Barcelona. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beck. Thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, the contributions made by Barella, I think, will be key here on Peter. He loves to take up that right half space, we know that. But while he may not necessarily have the final pass or the assist for a goal, he'll have been involved in the move somewhere along the line. He's that kind of player. He's always there or thereabouts. He's the kind of fella you want on your team.
He'll still certainly be leaning heavily on him.
Oh, Ron reken mas kamera gitu.
Gabby.
Oh, Ron sorry.
Krasniki. Yang. Krasniki. In with a header! That's a lovely delivery. It deserved better.
Look, there'll be no complaints at all with quick service like that. It's so difficult to defend when the ball comes in so swiftly. You can't question the finishing in this instance. I think, though, there's enough grounds for them to keep working at it.
It's a good-looking cross. It was well picked out. Just needed a better finish.
Well, by crushing the ball so quickly, I think this defence just can't get set to deal with it. I think deserved a better outcome than what we saw. But worth exploring more.
It's Niang. Aubameyang. Complaints about that challenge. Robust, but fair. Who's going to make this theirs? Milo. It's upfield. Just got good distance on that. It's a long pass towards the front. Goal! Barcelona! There is the breakthrough! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, and teamwork was key to that. A beautiful piece of engineering to set him free in the box.
Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
It's upfield. That looks a foul. Yeah, referee's given it. The referee has shown him a yellow card. Struck first time. Oh, just wide.
Well, I think the keeper knows all too well that there was no getting anywhere near that. That's a big escape.
Aubameyang. Aubameyang hits it! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Well, if he hopes to do better than that, he's got to work on his technique and his timing. The contact wasn't right there, so there wasn't much chance of success.
Referee brings the first half to a close.
Not the most convincing displays. They can certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes. Arsenal need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution. I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Coaxed out to the wing. Fired in from distance. Played in early.
Oh,
Ambitious to
sarapin
say the least. He seemed to be in a hurry to
sarapin
get that
sa
chip through.
Epi cemburu Alsar.
Foul. Free kick's been given.
Oh,
Well, he pushed his luck to the very limit, and the refs just lost patience with him.
Away from immediate danger.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
Oh, good interception. Aim long and direct. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Well, they say that your front lads should be that first line of stopping the opposition. And I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and help everyone out.
Passes it through.
Arsenal may think they're going about this in the right way, but not if a series of passes is leading to no end product. They have to add the incision.
Barella. Looks like a good ball through. Tries to dink it in. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Arsenal have fallen short on the day. Gonna need to bounce back from this. once they went behind, I just wonder whether the manager can be pleased with himself.
Kurang seminggu, kurang 2 minggu berarti bahasanya itu.
That's it for today. Thank you, Jim, and goodbye.
Ada apa? Kan belum 15 kan? 15 hari berarti. Loh, sana itu.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have Real Madrid against Pisa. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beck.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Akram Afif is a clever pass. Assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Telkas.
Early ball. Managed to get it away. Tosses it through. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. A blow direct. Pumps it upfield. Gets it back. Let's put a stop to that. Here's the ball. Going for goal! Oh, great save. Real class.
Much more than a routine save from me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Real Madrid still without an attempt on target. Swung in. Pumps it in gently. Away from immediate danger. Looks to slip it through. Savage gets it field. And that's not going to reach. Who's going to make this theirs? If you have just joined us, you'll be glad to know that you haven't missed a goal. Drills one in. Tries to get it forward quickly. Battles to win it back. The referee's awarded a free kick. Massive lead! Oh, just couldn't turn it in.
Decent. And players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste. Telkas.
Sliding in. The whistle goes for half-time. To review the first half.
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Looks like a good ball through. Crossfield, changing the point of attack. And he's there to hoof it away. Wonderful quick feet. Tosses into the box. The worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. Tries a through ball. Akram Afif gets into a dangerous position. Brings it forward. Easy made their intent. They've scored! And that is the goal we've all been yearning for. Contact was crisp and clean. That was just a rocket.
Well, the technique generates the power in that situation. His power is assured for many goalkeepers up against him.
Giza, the sub ready to come on. Deadlock broken. It's 1-0.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Good challenge. He just stood firm. He's got away with one there. Gets it back. Spoon forward. Just starting to get the first signs of rain here. Lofted into the middle. Whistle's gone. That's a foul. Out to the left it goes. Cunha tries to stroke it through. Well, it remains to be seen whether they can come up with that little bit of class to rescue the situation. And it needs to be any time now, really. Now the pass. Up to meet it! They've done it! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. An absolute gem of a cross. Made the header simple.
Well, as contact goes, that was tremendous, and it helped him to direct it exactly where he wanted it to that net. I think when it comes to the aerial department, this fella is definitely no slouch. Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. But sometimes when the body...
And that will be the final act. So they bask in their win. Genuinely professional performance and a result which is well deserved. So Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, there was a real concentration on wider attacking outlets, and they got their tactics spot on. They found a vulnerability and played on it to the full. It was clever and superbly executed. And you know, it was a real risk and reward approach that gave them the crucial advantage.
That's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. Very good evening to you all.
Ambil selam berat.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
For me, it has to be the magical Angel Di Maria. What I like,
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He's there to get rid. Di Maria.
there's a lot of movement going on. There's no shortage of options.
So I guess they're looking to play around their opponents as opposed to through them.
Yeah, the style is designed to dominate the ball, and so you dominate your opponents.
Up to meet it! Smith, but by that far.
Well, the keeper ended up a spectator there. He was wrong-footed and stranded, and for me, I think he was left praying.
Challenge, he just stood firm. Great ball to play him in, but he will be gutted to miss that.
Oh, he can't be happy missing that after being put clean through. That's about as good a chance as you can get.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. He's not played the ball, that's a foul. Paredes gets it away. So what now? That'll be a throw. That's not going to go down too well with his teammates. The ball out to the left it goes. Pumps it upfield. Tries a through ball. Lukaku up to the possibilities. In the end, it's fruitless. Can he finish? Stop. That wasn't easy.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
Up for a header! Harmlessly behind.
Hah?
Partey. Martinez.
Back out it comes. Gabriel battles to win it back. Looks like a good ball through. It's going to be the final action of the first half. So they head in further forward. Score here, still 0-0.
Iya paling kok pindah ke Polsek lah. Delay Samsar.
We're underway again.
Well, the first half didn't really produce the goals we'd have liked. Hopefully they've been saved for the second. For that to be the case, though, you need to see more energy and invention early on. Tierney. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Quaresma. There's a long pass towards the front. Pressure is relentless. It's a very, very high press. Yeah, because it's all about winning the ball back at the earliest opportunity, a trigger by one player for the others to follow, and designed to force opposition mistakes.
De Bruyne gets it back. Di Maria has been caught there. It's a foul. There could be trouble here. So now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket. That was asking just too much of him. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, good interception. Well positioned to make that interception.
And it's Keita.
Now it's Lukaku. It's a long forward pass. Looks to slip it through. Now the pass. Keeper's ball. One option. Ekatike. Ozil battles to win it back. There's some activity down on the touchline. Seems there's going to be a change. Well played, he saw that coming. Oh, he's broken through. That's not going to make it. He's going to make this theirs. Partey plays it out to the wing. Referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence. Throw in. Played it early. It was well picked out, just needed a better finish.
Well, if only the calibre of the finish was as high as the calibre of the supply. It was a beautifully played cross. Really should have seen something better on the end of it.
Cuts it out. And time is up. Frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Listen, I think they certainly meant their match here. There was a lovely ebb and flow to the encounter, but very little to choose between the teams, and so we've ended up with an entertaining share of the spoils.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home. warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have, looks a foul. Yeah, the referee's given it. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. And he's there to hoof it away. Plays it long. Gets good distance on it. Looks like a good ball through. Only my poor finishing.
Well, that's an illustration of how good they are on the break. I mean, all the pace and power needed to go at it with real vigour there.
James. They're guilty of lacking inventiveness here. It's all broken down. Early ball. He's tried one. And that's off target.
Probably not his best option. I think goalkeepers are normally happy for players to have a go from there. It's been such a positive start. I think the next step has to involve tucking one away.
Going to go down too well with his teammates. Somewhat shy. Tries to switch the play. Neymar. He's not going to find his target.
Now it's Pedro Neto. Pedro Neto.
That is wayward.
That's the kind of break that can do a lot of damage. Just like the finish to be a great counter-attacking striker. So direct. Bayern Munich have pushed both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Tries to stroke it through. That'll be a throw.
Scalvini.
5 minutes till the break. Managed to get it away. It's a clever pass. The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Balls come loose and the chase is on. Timely intervention. Manages to win it back. The first half is done. Intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And the action is back on the way. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Szoboszlai. Akram Afif. You can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible.
James.
Pedro Neto.
Good challenge, he just stood firm. That's clear cut, it's a free kick. Is it out of harm's way?
Szoboszlai.
Where to from here? And into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. There's going to be a change here, and waiting to come on. Throw in. Defensive throw, it's not red.
Akram Afif.
The defence can get it clear. Spoon forward. Looks to slip it through. Some brilliant interception. It's a throw. Checks on the touchline. Change. About to occur. Gets it back. Defending. He knew he had to stop it right there. There's some activity down on the touchline. going to be a change.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he's most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Evan Nielsen. James goes wide. Evan Nielsen. And time is up. Frustrating game for attackers on either side. They hardly had a sniff. Defence is broadly in charge, and it has finished goalless. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even, and no complaints.
Very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, very good evening. Just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. The team's Turan is fouled. Ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Di Maria! Oh, that is special! A finish right from the top draw. Unbelievable. The whole idea is to start as you need to go on, and that sets their tone beautifully. Oh, that is a bit special. An early lead. Good start. That intervention was very necessary. Eze gets it back. Turan. Alvarez with the cross.
Just to point out, Peter, that fullbacks are quite high.
What are they trying to achieve?
Well, it's obviously a move to push the opposition wide men back and give them more to think about.
He's going to have to tune his rangefinder before the next one. Looks like a good ball through. Goretzka. Try from distance. Stop. That wasn't easy.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
He's done very well to get to that.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
They've scored inside the first 10 minutes to give them a 1-0 lead. And done. He rushed into that and didn't give anyone a chance to get on the end of it. Just couldn't turn it in.
No, and players queuing in the box in that situation, and they've still got nothing to show for it. What a complete and utter waste.
Di Maria. Colo Colo are leading with half-time drawing close. Goretzka. Musiala. Fired in from distance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
That'll be the last act of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
But I think the scoreline offers a fair reflection of the level of endeavour from both teams. I think they lead because they did most of the probing, a little more penetration. I think should help them get the job done.
Colo Colo leading 1-0 at the break. Colo Colo carry a 1-goal lead into the second half. Walsh passes into the box. Attempt, wrong outcome. Played it short. Delivers the ball. Hit it in! It's a loose ball. Towards the front. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Musiala crosses one in. Danger averted for now. He's dealt with that well. Wagner rattles into the tackle. Challenged, but well within the laws. He's going to make this theirs. And he's there to hoof it away. Checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Early ball. What was required then was a little more patience. He didn't have to cross it so early. Not much subtlety. He's launched himself there. Brozovic pumps it upfield. Krasniki demonstrating fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Oh, that was a close call, but for me, he timed his run to absolute perfection there to stay just onside. He's still got a lot to do, you know. I think he's tucked that away really well.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Venezia surely know by now that they've done so much work on producing the equaliser.
He scored! And the comeback is complete.
Nah, ini dia tuh.
He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Oh, Peter, you can't teach that. You either have it or you don't. His anticipation is on another level to everyone else's. Superb.
Iya, berarti ntar ya bisa nyari pol kan buat apa? Kan kok pol balik online tak bisa. Jadi hati lah boleh.
So a warm welcome to you all. We will be on the way very shortly once all the pleasantries are complete.
Kalau ada
And
dia
here we
kan?
have Colo Colo against Venezia. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beck. Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble. How do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I like the look of this guy, Eberechi. He's someone who has this unique swagger. Who would have thought that at 16 his career was almost over after a spate of rejections? I just love his dynamism and the X factor he's got in his game.
Okay, interesting. Scalvini very well to intervene. Hits one! Big relief, it just needed a bit of contact.
Okay, they've got nothing to show for it, but that was a really incisive counter-attack. It's hard to defend against that type of breakaway. Well, this has been an aggressive attacking start from them. They've been very much on the front foot. If they maintain this pressure, it's looking very good for them. Venezia push both fullbacks into quite advanced positions here.
Yeah, that's interesting. So what are they attempting to do?
Well, it's a bold attempt, in my opinion, to occupy the opposition in a way they're not expecting.
Probably need to be better there. It's a wasted chance.
Siapa nih?
It's Goretzka. The referee's awarded a free kick. There's certainly going to be a card, just a question of colour. Oh, it's red! There may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. We'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. The defence can get it clear. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Decent ball. Goretzka. Now the cross.
Jadi
It's
yellow
all about the quality of the delivery and come away with nothing. Certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. He's had a look. Aimed long and direct. Looks like a good ball through. He's there to get rid. Scalvini. He's going to to be the final action of the first half. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think despite the scoreline, it's been watchable and enjoyable. We certainly had a vibrant start. And if we were going to see a goal, it should have come then. But the odds are favourable for the second half.
At this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Well, Liverpool clearly have been the better side for me. Yeah, I know the score doesn't quite reflect it, but if they go about their game in the same manner as the opening 45 minutes, I think
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. He has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Now it's Turner. Defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again.
well, we were unlikely to see a goal then because there were so many players crowding out that gate. I think something very special is going to be had.
Ball's come loose and the chase is on. Alvarez displaying his defensive capabilities there. That's no striker's tackle.
When I say that, your front lads showed me that first line of stopping the opposition. I think he's taken it to another level with his desire to get back and held everyone out.
That's Tony. Needs to get it forward quickly. Passes one in. Well picked out. In a better finish.
In this game, you're always striving to gain an advantage. I think you've said really surprised me. I think the quicker the delivery, I think the more chance you have. You should have done that today.
That's a
Oh,
foul.
Simoleon.
Referee.
Simoleon.
Managed to get it away. Tries to dink it in. Clears it out of harm's way. Acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
Yeah, and the vision to get it through was all good, but the execution of the pass wasn't quite right. Importantly, he's holding his line until the very last moment, and that will pay off.
Keeper's ball. And that's that. It looked 0-0 from a fairway out. Craft, guile, or penetration. Defence is largely untroubled. It's goals.
What reflections then, Jim? I think they'll be a little irked by the fact that they had control for long periods of the game and didn't do enough to turn that control into victory.
Thanks for your company, Jim, and a very good day.
Ibu pas nyusul emang iya nih bahagia apapun ada kabar iya tak iya tak ada nama telah
Apa mati? Hah?
racun mengetekkan Meli, jadi bunda,
Benda ada apa? Coba tu dah melah. Alai apa kamu?
Hello and welcome to all of our viewers from around the world. We have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. I'm Peter Drury, and that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Seto. It's good distance on it. Di Maria. It's a brilliant interception. Neymar. Will be a throw-in. Seto gets it back. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Walter passes it through. Cuts it out. Thrust towards the front line. Clearance, very necessary. Aim forward. It's a promising ball. Seto unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now can he finish? Activated! Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And it's Eintracht Frankfurt who take the lead. And however many surrounded him, that is what he can do.
This pass is slippery as a needle the way he freed himself to score.
Oh ya,
That
kok nih
defence
kurang
is a
video
case of
anda.
now you've got him, now you don't. Brilliant.
Ini jadi buruan.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
Tries a through ball. Savage showing fabulous determination. He just will not be beaten. Danger averted for now. And a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Gets it out of harm's way. It's Neymar! And he's there to make a great save.
Well, I can only add that he's got reflexes that are in perfect working order, Peter. That was very good to watch.
Gets up to head it!
Mendengkan azab
Really
Islam.
well taken goal.
Well, it certainly livened things up a bit. That next goal now is absolutely crucial.
Great corner, and he did the rest.
Look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle. But that was beautifully met, it really was.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game. First half is done.
First half thoughts? Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that scoreline. I just thought the second half was as good as the first. It's been pulsating stuff.
Saya jebol balik.
It's been 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each.
So once again, we're underway. Well positioned to make that interception. Good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Seto. Now the pass. Good ball. That really should have hit the net.
Yeah, not only do they hit fast on the counter-attack, Peter, but they show terrific effort and desire in getting forward. In good numbers.
Di Maria. Seto. Looks like a good ball through. Cut out in the nick of time. Solot. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Oh, too much weight on that. Maybe a change here. And waiting to come on. Battles to win it back.
Ibu.
It's a loose ball. Looks to slip it through. Oh, terrific run to latch onto it. And the finish is all wrong.
And it just goes to show you how effective those through balls can be. All it needed was a better execution.
They've got it back as soon as they gave it away. Accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
Well, the idea was crafty, but the weight of the pass was just a little light.
Seto with the ball through. There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. How about it? Goal! Eintracht Frankfurt! And surely that's the winner! It's an inspired substitution. Terrific move by the boss.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
Eintracht Frankfurt take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Casemiro. Wonderful quick feet. And that is it. The equaliser just wouldn't come. It is over. That is truly disappointing. It's a results business, and this result is worth nothing.
Your final thoughts, Jim? Listen, the one area that was most vulnerable was the heart of their defence. They've got to be far more robust in such a crucial position. And for me, it cost them the game.
Thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you.
Telu. Yen teh kemarin. Banyak. Vamos. Ah. Ini nice, ini nice. Belum pernah ada. Masa? Banyak banget dong. Berapa kebiasaan? Ya amin. Berapa? Dia naik anu. Harap bukan mak lagi mau mendagang baju. Iya kenapa mak ingin mendagang baju? Apa? Baju lah. Wah, lu merasa pasti salah merasa dia merasa.
Viewers from around the world, we have quite a game in prospect here, just waiting for the players to emerge, and we will be underway. And our live game is Sassuolo against Benfica. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beggar. Hi Peter, it's great to be here. It's a good-looking cross, promising cross. Spoon forward. Balaku crosses it through. Now the cross. Really didn't have enough to concern the defence. Swung in. That was just asking too much of his teammates by playing it in so early. Vallejo. They are working very hard to get it wide now, Jim. Yeah, that's true. But is that how you're seeing it? Yeah, I think they've decided to concentrate on working the flanks to help the production line. It's where the room is. Well, what was required then was a little more patience. They didn't have to cross it so early. Firmly met. Decent ball. He's going to make this theirs. Forward. What does he try from here? And the defence can get it clear. The referee's awarded a free kick. That's going to be a booking. Tries a through ball. Vallejo looks to slip it through. Over to the other flank. This will be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half? Well, the manager's surely got to look for one or two creative changes, and they need some service on goal. Drinking off, lacking only in goals. Score 0-0. We're underway again.
Hah?
At least there's always a plus side to a scoreless half. Defences are doing what they should, and it's going to take good imagination to break the deadlock here. Chin tries to stroke it through. It's out on the left now. Just got good distance on that. Now the pass. Tries lifting it over. Alejo has a lot to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Clearance very necessary. They've done it! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly. Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance. Checks on the touchline, change about to occur. Deadlock broken, it's 1-0. Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think. That's not going to find its target. It's gone a long way up and away. Sassuolo, the sub ready to come on. Sassuolo, the change, possibly to shore up their defence. Yeah, and that's not totally surprising. The manager obviously felt his defence needed reinforcement. He can't afford a repeat. Oh, and that should have been two. What a massive let-off that was. They're still in it, but this could be pivotal. Let this not be it. They've got to give themselves a chance. And that's it. Well, that is truly disappointing. It's a results business, and this result is worth nothing.
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second half goal.
Thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be on the way very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. The teams then, Verona against Manchester City. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Begley.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or indeed getting too comfortable.
I think the opposition defence agree too. It's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. Very well to intervene. Ramos with a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right, but not the finish.
I think there's always that danger that the defence can get exploited in that way. That must have served as a real wake-up call to them.
And our whole
Manchester City have made some interesting moves in getting their fullbacks to tuck in. Bright approach, isn't it? Yeah, so many fullbacks now just want to get forward, Peter.
Oh, he's come flying in.
In truth, he was probably a tad selfish then. There were more options about.
He's going to be pulled back for that one. And he's going to have his name taken. Puts it upfield. Ball's come loose and the chase is on. Bruno Fernandes. It's the big put in. Cut out in the nick of time. It's Lewandowski. Tries a through ball. Here comes the corner. Plays it short. Hits one! Goal! City! Unbelievable. Deep into first half stoppage time, a brutal goal. Whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. First half is done.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half time because in truth they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to. Verona don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in the second half, they can't hold back though. Gary.
The defence can't get it clear.
This defence is wary about opposition pace.
So they're just not getting too tight.
Yeah, they know that if they step up, their keeper could get a whole lot busier.
Played out to the right. Aim forward. Shot a goal! What about it?
Well, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
Jim, your thoughts?
Yeah, it looks simple, Peter, but it requires intelligent use of space and good understanding to pull it off.
Verona and the sub ready to come on. Verona at the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, what a convincing response to going behind. They've got all the momentum now.
Looks in towards the front.
Gabby.
Battles to win it back. Now the pass. He's made certain that won't get through. Defender's on the back foot. Passes it through. It's there! And the comeback is complete! Verona get themselves into the lead.
Well, I think you can write this lot off again terrible. It's been a joy to watch them pull themselves right back into it. Now, can they hang on?
Out to the left it goes.
Solot.
Alert to the possibilities. Again, it's Verona's. Verona have a free kick. That's going to be a booking. Loose, who's getting there? And that is that. Verona did it the hard way. A testament to their great powers of recovery. They have defied the odds. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, if you can find a weakness, Peter, then it's a case of exploiting it to the full. And they realised the spine of this team wasn't so strong, and time after time they used it to their advantage, and it paid off.
Well, that's the lot for now. Thanks to you, Jim, and goodbye.
Nyari kolak.
5.
Nah, sama boleh
Setong gitu.
dikit di sana deh. Một hộp họ lên gần đấy.